Hey traders and investors, Matthew Buckley, call sign Wiz here at Top Gun Options, and I promise this is going to be one of the last times you're going to hear from me, unless obviously you're a brand new member in our 2017 Full Throttle program. Woke up this morning, got a heads up from my techie that the video had a problem rendering the weekly options live trade brief that I did yesterday afternoon, where we talked about that S&P 500 bear call spread potentially out to next week. And Doug and I also debriefed the week. It didn't get up to the replay page where every replay for the entire week is. My bad. He's doing it right now as we speak. It's going to re-render, but I'll put the direct YouTube link to our YouTube channel for that video. I wondered why last night. I was sitting there. I'm like, why are there only 107 views of our debrief and our weekly options when we had 367, 398 views of one of the other videos, and 590 views of the VXX double vertical hedge from Tuesday, and 414 views of Monday, or the live trade brief. We did the Apple Iron Condor and the Goldman Sachs trade. So that I was like, wait a minute, there's no way only 100 people watch this. So my apologies. That's on me, obviously, not on you. So we'll get it up on the replay page, but I'll put the direct YouTube link to the video in the email that you clicked on to watch this video. Allow myself to introduce myself. Sound like Austin Powers. The other reason I'm talking to you right now is because 3 of you, who shall remain nameless, said, Annie, please hold me a spot. I'll get to you by Friday. I want a Full Throttle Max annual slot. And by close of business, for whatever reason, that didn't happen, folks. So we have a handful of slots left that I'm going to re-release, and I'll leave the replay page up with all the videos, especially since I gooned, or I gooned, not we, I gooned it up. We're going to leave the page up here for a handful of slots left. Go.topgunoptions.com/getft. Get Full Throttle is where you need to go. And if you missed the debrief yesterday, since we did have a handful of slots, you asked, we deliver. That's how we work here at TGO. We'll take a debrief point, hit us right between the eyes throughout the week. People said, hey, is there any way I could pay quarterly or maybe even a monthly subscription? And I said, roger that. After we got about 47 annual slots filled, I opened up some monthly slots. So if you're looking for the defensive track, it's just about everything we do here at TGO. And we add the accelerated retirement service. We did that Wednesday afternoon at 1 o'clock, where I looked at a synthetic covered call on Facebook out to January of 2019, and that's $195 a month. Obviously, the annual membership is cheaper, but if you want to test flight it for a couple months, which some people do, and then they call Annie and say, hey, I got it, we're good to go. Why don't you put me on the annual membership and save me some money? The offensive track is everything I just said, but instead of accelerated retirement, you do the weekly options service, okay? We looked at an SPX bear call spread potentially out to next Friday. I didn't put it on because we don't trade weekly options over the weekend, man. Anything can happen, a tweet, a war, a something. We didn't do that. But last Monday, when we kicked off Full Throttle, I sent out a S&P bull put spread. Remember, if you attended the timing research show last Monday that I hosted, I'm actually hosting that again on Monday at 1 o'clock. So again, we won't have a weekly options live trade brief at 1 for my members. I'll still send out a trade. We'll probably move it to next week. But anyway, I still send out a trade alert as usual to my weekly options folks at $1.05, an S&P bull put spread. 4 out of the 5 professional traders with about, I'd say, 125 years of experience between us. 4 out of the 5 at that table said, market's going down this week. It's going to implode. Done. Sell the Trump inauguration. It's over with. I looked at all of them and I said, sorry, fellas, not only do I go last because I'm the host, I'm going to go last because you're all wrong. The market is going to rally pretty hard this week. The man's going to do more in 10 hours than we saw the Manchurian candidate do in 8 years. And what happened? Not only was I right, but my members made about anywhere from $1,500 to $1,600 if they took this bull put spread to expiration in a day. You guys saw that I sent this out on Monday in the primary live trade brief Tuesday morning at 10. I said, right at the open, it was up $1,000 in a day. I'm like, folks, if I was filled on this trade, I'd get out of it. $1,000 in a day, that's some good works. A couple of people held on to it. A lot of my members held on to it and said, no, Wiz, I believe your strategic mindset. I'm going to squeeze a little bit more out of this. Remember, pigs get slaughtered. Not calling any of my members pigs, but they believed my strategic mindset and commit criteria and thought the market would rally the rest of the week, and it did. So right in front of you folks, a lot of our members made about $1,500 on that trade. So very, very happy with that. So you get weekly options in the offensive track. But I think just when Annie sent me a message this morning, she said about 85, almost 90% of the people that have signed up for Full Throttle have taken the Max Afterburner slot. $295 a month or $29.95 for a year, which when you look at other stuff in the financial training space, you know, that's a great deal. Normally, something like that for an annual membership is close to about $9,000-$10,000. This is probably the last time in 2017 you're going to see pricing like this, especially based on our performance in 2016. Triple-digit returns on risk in our portfolios. There's the returns on the page here. Go.topgunoptions.com/getft. The description for the offensive and defensive tracker on the page, and also everything Doug Robertson's going to teach you in his 4-week, 8-training session program there. It's it's not going to start next week. We'll start it because we're going to decompress a little bit. And also I have to, I'm heading up to Jacksonville to give a speech for one of the largest R2O dealerships in the United States. So probably the following week after that, Tuesday, Thursday night, nice gentlemanly, womanly hours from about 7 to 9. Grab your glass of Pinot Noir or Santa Margarita. Train with Doug. From the Greeks to vertical spreads to calendar spreads. And remember, if you missed his demonstration of his vertical spread training, it's on the replay page right here. He talked about Ultra, Nike, and Comcast. So make sure you watch that. And that's about it, folks. We had an absolute blast this week. I'm shooting this video for a couple reasons. The 3 slots that people said, please, please, please hold. I told you, I usually don't do that, but you know, I'm a business. It's not the United way of whiz, but I'm here to be an instructor. Doug and I are here to teach, and I wanted to hold those 3 of them. I'm going to put them back in the hopper here, so they'll probably be gone by the time folks are done watching this video, and definitely by Monday. The doors will be closed. Nobody, and don't tell her this. Monday is Annie's birthday, so don't expect to call Annie on Monday and say, please give me my slot or whatever. If you do want to do anything like that, I strongly recommend you leave her a message now because she's not working this weekend, obviously. 754-300-1084 is our support line because I'm going to give her the day off on Monday. She earned it. She was swamped this whole week with Full Throttle. She does a incredible job during the Full Throttle week dealing with, I showed you the registration page, folks. We went over 4,000 opt-ins for our Full Throttle program, the biggest in our history in 7 years. So she hit it pretty hard last week, and Monday's her birthday. She's taking the day with pay on me, or actually on us, because she deserved it. So don't think you're calling Annie on Monday and grabbing a quarterly slot there. Because you do have to call Annie to get a quarterly. If you want a monthly or an annual membership, you just go to this page. You do not need to call Annie. It's the internet, folks. Welcome to 1994. You can buy stuff online. It's a secure page. Just go ahead to go.topgunoptions.com/getft and grab your slot. If you want a quarterly subscription membership, that's when you need to give Annie a call, okay? So she's off on Monday, and that's on me. If you're complaining about it, come to the skipper. She earned it, and it's her birthday. If you want to shoot her an email, support@topgunoptions.com, and say happy birthday and nice job last week, I'd appreciate that. That would put a smile on my face as well. All right, guys, I got to go. It's Saturday. I'm going to the beach. I'm going to hang out with the kids. We had a great week. Showed you really live, and we opened the doors to our squadron, showed you everything we do here. Sent out an Amazon bull put spread Monday in the primary live trade brief, 30 contracts. I sent it out at 95 cents. It closed Friday at 65 cents. There's $900. $900 potentially in your pocket if you wanted to close that trade out right now. It's still got a pretty high probability to go here. Let me copy this trade real quick. Of course, I said I'm going to go, and I'm rambling on here. Well, actually, let me leave it at 95 cents and see, click analyze. So we were risking $4,700 to potentially make $2,900. Look at the probability now based on at-the-money volatility of this trade making $2,900. 89% probability. That I am going to sign off on this. That right there, that $2,900 pays for an annual max slot. And I did that with one trade this week. Now, okay, Wiz, Mr. Smart Guy, there's an 11% probability that by February 3rd, this loses $4,700. And if you just thought that when I said profit, 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 you have a home here because you listened to me this week, because there is a, well, it says 10% here, 10% probability. That's me. I'm always Eeyore. I always look at this dude first. I looked at it when I pulled the screen up, trust me. But I wanted your eyes to get drawn to, holy crap, Wiz paid for a max slot with one trade, and these guys did a boatload of trades this week, okay? So I had a blast. I'm going to go hang out with my 3 kids today. I'm going to the beach, which means, yeah, I do live in Florida. I'm down in the Fort Lauderdale office right now. But welcome aboard. I'm very passionate about what I do. Doug's passionate about what I do. That's why one more final video, and sorry to the 3 folks who didn't get their slot yesterday, who promised Annie they would. Now they're back open, and it's Indian country right now. Let's go. All right, have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and I'll see you guys, many of my members, or I'll talk to you on Monday, because like I said, I have timing research at 1, but at least I'll be sending out a weekly options trade. And if you are a member, or you do grab your slot today, do me a favor, underneath the member content here, make sure you go to the getting started video, okay? Member content. Let me hover over it. And on the drop down here, it is the first thing. Hello? Okay. Now I'm in the click loop. Getting started. Good 22-minute video about everything we do. All your membership services is right there in the getting started video. And one more thing, in between the live trading sessions, we have a place called the Ready Room. The Ready Room is like the living room of a fighter squadron. You can get in here and ask Doug and I questions, interact with your fellow traders, and this is our interactive forum. Bill's asking about Google, the Amazon earnings, AMZN 25th existing positions, Priceline trade, Doug, IBM earnings trade, training request. It's all in here. So, all right, that's it. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge. Welcome aboard to all of our new Full Throttle members. It's going to be hell of a 2017. Go.topgunoptions.com/getft. God bless you guys, and I'll talk to you later. We'll see.
3, 2, 1, fights on. It's good. It's fine. Trigger down. Snap. Try to go flat to the west. Ooh, nice. Nice pirouette. Blind sun. Continue. Nice. Visual.
Bingo. Bingo.
200 pounds of gas.
370.
High.
No.
Pirouette.